Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are bringing you something of an older set, and by older I mean we've had it for a while, and it's an older one from Pantasy. I just noticed all the dust on top. We've probably had this for over a year now, but this is the Pantasy Bakery Modular. Part number 85013. No indication of the piece count. I guess we'll find out. It is made with Go bricks, which is good, and it has pad printing. Now, the bakery, along with the Sherlock Holmes Baker Street that Pantasy put out around the same time, really is a bit of a transitional. It was a transitional phase for Pantasy. They're known for doing like a lot of quirky stuff, and you can really tell that when Pantasy was first founded, its main market was obviously going to be Asia, because so many of their IP themes were Asian and everything. And also, you can tell because this is one of the sets that we've had for a long time, based on a TV show, apparently in China or Hong Kong or something, called My Own Swordsman. Had never heard of it before, obviously. And it has minifigs that look an awful lot like you know who. So this bakery has no minifigs at all. And recently, Pantasy minifigs look like this. They're very kind of Funko Pop-ish with the big head and, over exaggerated eyes and stuff like that. So these are obviously not in violation of any copyright that Lego might have on the minifig, which they do have. So you can tell that they really did transition to something more proprietary that won't be mistaken for Lego at all. But like I said, the bakery has none of that. No minifigs or anything like that. And I really do like the looks of this. Lately with Pantasy modulars, they've gotten very ornate, very kind of gilded. When you look at the picture of the Opera House over my shoulder, very ornate. Even their most recent Christmas theme, like the toy store, very ornate. This one's a little more subtle. It's still got some swag to it, but this would not look out of place in a city bookshelf display to put along with your Lego modulars. I think it would look absolutely fantastic. So let's open this up and see what we're dealing with and see how many bags, and then we'll get started. Then we'll see you on the other side. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Taped nicely. 3 extra tabs, or 2 tabs, I guess, holding it in place. I don't know why, but I love the Pantasy Pepto-Bismol pink. It makes me happy every time I open up a Pantasy set. I don't know what it is, I just love it. Got a cool little QR code there. I'll have to zap that later and see what the little QR code tells me. Got 1 instruction booklet. Again, no idea of the piece count. Just doesn't say anywhere. And got a nice base plate. That's got to be just 32 by 32, right? Here's a bag 1. We got a bunch of bags. I don't know. I'm not going to count them. It's a lot. So let's get started. I'm going to sort these out, and we'll see you on the other side, and we'll review this thing. I'm really excited. Love Pantasy sets, so I'm excited to get this one done. We'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, I just finished up the bakery, and what a great set. I only have one regret, that I didn't build this sooner. As I mentioned, I think in the intro, we've been holding on to this thing for a long time, and it is an incredible set. Full 360. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. A 360 build with incredible details. It is so cool. And a pink Pepto-Bismol colored Pantasy brick separator. That's got to be worth money. I love this thing. So what I'm going to do right here before I take you in for some details is kind of take it apart. It truly is modular, so you can see the interior spaces, which are really, really cool. So the first thing that we can take off is the roof, and it sounds like something just fell off. I'll have to check that out. So the roof comes off. I'll show you some details on the back side. That's pretty cool. Then we have this second level If I can get it off, it kind of, there we go. There's that level. I guess that would be the third floor that I just took off. And then we have another level here. If I can get it off without destroying stuff, there we go. There's the second story. And then we are left with the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you in and show you some of the details, and then we'll put the whole thing back together. But this is an incredible set. Wait till you see what I'm talking about. Oh, I see what just fell off. I'll have to put those back on. All right, let's check it out. So first up, we have the first floor, the main floor, I guess you could say, and it's full of all sorts of great details also. In the front, you've got this cool fountain. You've got two glass doors going into the main part of the building. I'm going to spin it around first so you can check it out. We got a cool fire hydrant. We have some wonderful flower beds, which just look great. We have a great little they got lamppost on the back here. Then going around, you see a rear entrance to get up to the gym, which I'll show you on the second floor. This is not just a bakery. They really should have called this the bakery gym. And then we've got a ladder going up to the next level, some cool foliage, some great drain pipes, a little cat that's playing. We even have some water coming out of the drain pipe, which is totally cool. Little AC unit there, some more flowers, a great window with a really cool awning, and we have what seems to be like a cappuccino machine on the backside of this door. And it wasn't until I finished the build that I realized that this was a door. So it goes in, it's got a cute little picture of a coffee cup with some coffee going into it. Totally, totally cool. We have a little menu up front. So many details just in here. Now let's check out inside. So inside the bakery, as you go in, you've got a little seating area. You've got some baguettes or some bread right there. We have another little area with another menu, and you can get a croissant, and I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's totally cool. I love it. We have a staircase going up to the second level, and then some more goods to purchase over there and canisters. Oh, and we have a kitchen, which is really hard to see, but a kitchen is right back there with the stovetop. We have a little sink and some other items. Really, really cool. A lot of little details in that first level. Okay, let's put the second story on that has the gym on it. Let's see if I can do this without screwing anything up. A couple of studs do hold it in place. There we go, I got that one. And I think that's all. There we go. So now, looking at the front, now we have the bakery part, and it's amazing how they're able to spell out bakery just using those half moon or quarter moon shapes. So cool. And we have what seems to be like a bagel right here, some cute little details on the top. As we go around the side, another cool awning with a lot of windows and some more plants. A little balcony off the back with a door. Again, more ladders going up to the levels. The drain pipe kind of connects, but you know, it's supposed to, but that looks awesome. Another awning and window looking into the gym, which is really, really cool. So let's check out the inside. All the details in there. As you come up the stairs, it is so cool. You are greeted by a weightlifting bench, some dumbbells. Let me spin it around. You also have a treadmill and an exercise bike. There's also a punching bag, a heavy bag right there. Spin around a little bit more. We have a water cooler and what appears to be like a medical kind of a thing. Maybe you can take your blood pressure or something like that. So the gym is literally like fully stocked. It is so cool. And it looks out over the bakery, which is really, really neat. And yet another staircase to go up to the third level. So many details are in that second level. And then you can also see we have a little rooftop deck that the third level will go on out to. So let's put the third level on there. So let's put on our third level. Again, only a few studs actually hold it on. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. It is on. So we have a little bit more decoration. We have a door. And what we're going to see in here is where the people who work in the gym or in the bakery probably live, or maybe they rent it out, whatever kind of story you want to have. But let's check out the third story. All right, on the third floor, you have a cool little apartment. So you go up the stairs from the gym. You have a little desk there with a chair, a little recliner, an armoire where you're holding some stuff, a bookshelf with a newspaper on top, and then you have a bed with a couple of night lights, or one night light and a little flower. So all sorts of neat details. And then one of the best things is the bathroom. A great toilet that I have never seen a design for before in Lego. It's awesome. We have a roll of toilet paper. We have a sink down there. The kind of funky thing, it's kind of funny. It is a glass door to the bathroom, so there's not a lot of privacy for your minifig to go to the bathroom, but that's okay. And then we have an AC unit with another light. So again, this third floor has all sorts of really cool details. All right, let's put our roof back on. There we go. Kind of heard the click, I bet. There we go. There are a few things to show on the roof, so let's check that out real quick. The roof is beautiful. I love the red of the roof tiles. So cool. And along the back, we've got some birds hanging out, and I love this. We actually have like a skylight that opens up down into the apartment, which is totally cool. Got some little foliage here. I'm not sure what that gold ball is supposed to be. Make your own story about it, not sure. We have like some, I don't know, what would those be? Satellite dishes to get your direct TV or something like that. Anyway, so just very kind of cool. Got some little walking stones, stuff like that. The overall effect of this build is just stunning. So I am so proud to display this piece along with all of our other modulars that we have. As I mentioned, my only regret is not building it and bringing it to you earlier. If you can get your hands on this, I would. Who knows how much longer it's going to be out. It's still on the Pantasy website. You can still get it on Amazon. I would pick it up. If you like modulars, this would be a fantastic addition to your city. It's a little more subtle than some of the recent ones that they have been doing, especially the Opera House and the Toy Store. Very kind of little, even a little too ornate for my taste. This is just about right. Very reminiscent of the Lego Tudor Corner, stuff like that. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. We got a lot more. We got Pantasy coming up. We got Luma Bricks coming up. We got Rio Bricks coming up. All sorts of stuff. If you don't mind, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. Don't cost nothing. Hit that like. Leave a comment. What do you think? See you next time. Thanks. Bye.